Hi, I'm Willow. I'm one of the house captains for Gladwin. If you're watching this, you're probably year 7, you've probably got a few questions. My sister is moving up to Tupton Hall this year, and I asked her and some of her friends to give me any questions they have, and I do my best to try and answer them. So the first question we have is, how much homework do you get at Tupton Hall? Now, normally, the teachers aim to give you 1, maybe 2 bits of homework a week, but it normally averages out about 30 minutes. So you spend half an hour on each subject that you get given each week, and you'll be expected to do that homework and meet the deadline that they give you. You may get more, sometimes you may get less, but that's just the way it is, really. What happens in detention? Well, I've not been in too many detentions, but from the ones I have been in, you normally sit in a room, and there'll be some other people with you, and you'll get designated so if you're in a subject, so if you've got a detention for history, you'd be given someone who comes under the humanities spectrum, and they'll do the detention with you. If you're late in the morning, you normally get a detention that normally happens at break time, but you'll sit in a specific room, and that's just basically so if you're late for 5 minutes, you'll sit in that room for 5 minutes. If you don't show up to any of your detentions, then on Friday after school, you get given an hour-long detention, and you have to sit and do that one. Next question. Why do you walk on the left? Oh, well, it's quite simple. It's just to stop us bumping into each other, really. There's loads of kids in that school, and as soon as that bell rings, well, there would be chaos if there wasn't any order. So we all walk on the left, and then it's all one way. If you need to get somewhere, if you need to go down a corridor, you just wait, and so hopefully someone will move. Have you ever gotten lost? Yes, I have. The halls are colour-coded and stuff like that, and you just don't understand to start off with. But after a few weeks, it gets so much easier because of the colour codes. So you'll remember that, like, science is green, and you'll remember that English is blue. And because of the way it's set out like a horseshoe, so hopefully you'll be able to remember the pattern, and it'll be easier to get your head around. What are the houses, and how are you sorted into them? So the houses are Gladwin, which is red, which is my house. Then you have Turbot, which is purple. Kennin, which is yellow. Hunloke, which is blue, and Cavendish, which is green. The way you're sorted into them comes under a few things. If you have a sibling who is already in that house, so hypothetically, I'm in Gladwin and my sister is coming up this year, so she will be put in Gladwin. If your brother is in Hunloke, you'll also get put in Hunloke. It's only siblings though, so if you have cousins and things like that, you won't get put in the same house. You might do, but you normally don't get put in the same house. Apart from that, I don't think there's any other way you can determine what house you're going to get put into. What do I need to bring on the first day? So on the first day, you need to bring stuff that you bring in a pencil case. So pen, pencil, rubber, ruler, and a calculator. Normally your PE kit. If you've been told that you don't need your PE kit, then obviously don't bring it. Any medication that you need. So if you have asthma, bring your asthma pump, anything like that. And obviously you've been given up your moving up booklet to fill in, so obviously you need to bring that in and hand it in. Next question. How is the school day set out? Well, the school day has had a change this year, so it's changed and is different now. So you do period 1 at 8:30, so you go straight into your first lesson, and it'll just be for an hour. Then you go into period 2 at 9:35. Then you have challenge time, which is basically form time, and you're there for 25 minutes. That's when your your form tutor will do the register, and they'll also do like any admin that needs to be sorted, so any letters that need handing out, anything like that. Then after that you go straight into break, and your break is 20 minutes long, so that's time for you to go to the toilet, fill your water bottle up, time for you to have a snack if that's what you want, go see any teachers about anything, 20 minutes to do all that. And then you go into period 3 at 11:20, and that is for an hour. and then you go straight into lunch again. So you have one lesson and then you go straight into lunch again, and your lunch is 40 minutes, and that's when the servery's all open and they serve like proper dinners and like sandwiches and stuff like that. Then at 1 o'clock you have period 4, and at 2 o'clock you have period 5. So they're 2 different lessons, and then at 3 o'clock you go home. So that's that one. Will I be put in the same form as some of my friends? I'm possibly not. You may do, but when you think about it, there's about 20 pupils in each form, and there's 10 forms in each house. So that's 200 pupils just in one house. And if you've only got 30 kids in your school year at the moment, so if you've only got 30 pupils in your year 6 class, then possibly not, just because it may not be sorted out that way. But don't worry, because you've got to remember that every other year 7 is in the exact same spot as you. So if you don't get put with your best friend, that's all right, because there'll be 4 or 5 other year 7s in your form that are in the exact same spot. And also, with the new vertical tutoring, you're mixed with pupils from all different sides of the school. So if you're year 7, you'll get put with year 8s, 9s, 10s and 11s, which means there's people who have already gone through all this to help you. So obviously, because we've started vertical tutoring this year, the year 7s, which will now be year 8s, already understand what's going on. However, they should be able to help you with anything you have any questions about. Last question, are we having any move up days? Now, because of this whole coronavirus, you would normally have 6 days to get used to the school and to like introduce yourself to teachers and anything like that. However, because of coronavirus, there's one provisional date, but it may change, which is the 4th of September. I hope I've answered any questions that you've had, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!